Great. Hello to everybody, and thank you very much for being here today. I'm very excited because we are going to share.
Georgia, we cannot hear you well. We have an echo from your. Yes.
Okay, now can you hear me better?
Now perfect. Yes.
Okay. So I'm very happy that we are all here today because we are going to present a new platform that we have been working long ago through our project MedTOWN. And this is a platform where we want to keep being connected with each other and share our experience and knowledge and the tools that have been developed and elaborated from 5 large Mediterranean cooperation projects that are funded, that have been received funding from the European Neighbourhood Instrument and precisely from the European Union. So I'm very happy that we are all here today. I don't want to spend a lot of our time. I will just make a very brief presentation of what the MedRiSSE project is, and then I will give the floor to Cecile and Ruben to present our new tool. I don't know, Imad, if you want to make a short translation before I pass by, before I continue.
Yes, thank you. Firas, you would like to take care about the translation?
Yes, I will do that. Georgia, so go ahead, please, and I will stop you when I need to translate.
Okay. Can I share a presentation? Can I share my screen?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So, okay. So, you can see my screen, no? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So MedRiSSE is a Mediterranean cooperation project that is funded by the European cooperation program ANNU that aims at funding the cooperation between all the countries that are in the Mediterranean basin. In our project, we have 8 partners from 5 countries: Spain, Palestine, Italy, Tunisia, and Jordan. And we have also, as associated partners, some public institutions, local or national, from these 5 countries. Here you can see the list of the beneficiaries of the project, the entities that are part of the partnership of the project and are funding these activities also with their own resources. And here, very briefly, you can see the main group of activities of our project. The MedRiSSE project is a capitalization project, which means that it is a project that intends to capitalize and to promote and disseminate the results and the knowledge that have been produced from previous projects that were funded by this European Neighbourhood Instrument. So a main objective of this project is to create a platform that will share all this knowledge and material produced from previous projects, and also a platform that will keep the users connected with each other, be able to communicate in real time, and to provide them with tools so that they can replicate some of the good practices that were identified in the 5 projects to their territories, according to their local contexts. So a main output of this project is to produce some replication roadmaps on how to develop these good practices in your territories. A second group of activities is the
جورجيا كان استوبيون؟
yeah, sorry.
طيب للتوضيح، هذا جورجيا عم تعرض هي من شركاء المشروع نبذة عن المشروع MedRiSSE اللي هو مشروع ممول من برنامج الدول الجوار الأوروبية، ينفذ من قبل 8 شركاء في 5 دول هي فلسطين، إيطاليا، تونس، الأردن، إسبانيا، وعرضت مجموعة من الشركاء اللي موجودين قدامكم. هذا المشروع عبارة عن يعني بناء تراكمي لمشاريع سابقة نفذت من خلال نفس الممول اللي هو من الاتحاد الأوروبي، وكان يبني على النجاحات اللي تمت في المشاريع السابقة بهدف مشاركة المعرفة والمهارات وربط الشركاء والمستخدمين أو المنتفعين مع بعضهم وتزويدهم بأدوات لكيف يكون في ممارسات جيدة في مجال الاقتصاد التضامني بالتحديد. وراح تكمل معكم. Go ahead, Georgia, please.
Okay. The second important component of our activities is to create alliances and partnerships with other actors that are not necessarily part of the 5 previous cooperation projects, and create a co-production lab that promotes social innovation for the improvement of public services. And this is going to be maybe probably one of our future webinars when we will launch this lab, where you can find all the materials and the tools that we are going to produce. Some of them will be presented to you today. And the third group of activities has to do with policy advocacy for the promotion of co-production and social innovation at national and transnational level.
Yes, Georgia, I'll take it from here. المكون الثاني للمشروع عفوا هو بناء شركات من خارج الشركاء الموجودين ال8 السابق ذكرهم، بحيث يكون في تعاون وشراكه مع بعض، اضافه لفكره يكون في انتاج مشترك مع حول الابداع والابتكار في مجال القطاع العام وتزويد في الخدمات العامه بالاساس. المكون الثالث للمشروع هو المناصره في مجال السياسات والنشر والتعميم. Georgia, go ahead, please.
Okay, so let me see. So this is the summary of our project activities. Now, Ruben and Cecile will make you an introduction to this widened community of practice. This is how we called our platform, because it intends to be a platform that connects people that share lessons and knowledge and tools. A part of this platform is the wiki that we have created for production and social innovation, which is being developed periodically with inputs from all our the partners of our project. And in the widened community of practice and also in the wiki, you could find the 5 roadmaps that we have pinned. Arco from the University of Florence has already developed, as well as a cross-country study on social innovation that has been developed by Oxfam, by the expert of the Oxfam Italia. Are already some materials that you can have access. So I will stop sharing my screen and hope I didn't take too much time for the most interesting part of the session.
Yes, many thanks, Georgia, for this introduction about the project. Now we will go to
We need
Yes.
the translation.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Yes.
So thank you جورجيا فادية. طيب جزء من المشروع أو البرنامج هو منصة أو منبر لمجتمع موسع أو واسع من الممارسة، ما يسمى اختصارا مجتمع الممارسة في مجال الاقتصاد التضامني والابتكار الاجتماعي. وفي هذا المنصة أو المنبر راح تلاقوا في هناك ويكي اللي هو عبارة عن موسوعة مفتوحة للناس تساهم فيها حول كل ما يتعلق في مجتمع الممارسة من خلال تجارب الشركاء. وهناك كمان في عندنا 5 يعني خرائط للطرق توضح كمان كيف ممكن يكون في هذا النشر لمسألة المجتمع الممارسة في مجال الاقتصاد التضامني بالأساس. وأضاف فيه دراسة جيدة حول الابتكار الاجتماعي هي إنتاج أوكسفام إيطاليا، كمان هي موجودة على هذا المنبر. It's done now. If you want to go, Fadia.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Firas. Now the floor is you, by the way, to talk in 5 minutes about this webinar and what we will talk about it. Of course, our facilitator will be Mrs. Binut from the ACPP to talk about the Widened Community of Practice. If you have to talk something, Mr. Firas.
Thank you very much, Fadia, for this introduction. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm very happy to see all of you here, and also Sama, I can see your students here. Hello, everybody. It's nice to see the camera and see the interaction, you know?
Yes.
Yes. And that's actually what I wanted to introduce this platform, you know. What we call a community of practice is actually the definition of a community of practice is a group of people who share the same passion or concern or an interest and who learn to do that which they're interested in. They learn to do it better by interacting regularly. So that's really the main thing that we're trying to achieve here, is to bring people together who have an interest in common and who will interact regularly. Interaction is very important as a key word. By interacting, they will learn to do what they want to do better. So the idea is mutual learning, learning from each other, learning from doing by entering an interaction. So we can see that in the wider project, you know, since the pandemic struck, we had a lot of challenges associated with it. And as a result, a lot of things that we were doing face-to-face are now happening online. So the good side of this is that we can make this a strength, that people who are each doing their own job from their own homes or their own place of work can interact with others who are in a different location that would not normally meet. And there you can learn, okay, what challenge did you have? What mistake did you make? What did you learn from it? So that I don't have to repeat the same mistake and I can pick up where you left off. So that's kind of a little bit the idea. You know, when we say the community of practice platform, everything that my colleague Ruben is going to present to you is the tool that we use in order to do that. The main thing that we want to foster is mutual learning between people. This is where the power is. And so we use the technology to facilitate that. Okay, that's kind of like an overview of what's a community of practice and what are the tools that we're using. So we are very happy to be working with Asamblea de Cooperación por la Paz for many months now to do different things on the community of practice platform. So I will pass the floor to my colleague Ruben Gutierrez, who is also in Spain, like me, and like ACPP also. In order to present to you, he will share his screen and present to you the platform, getting into the details of what can you do, how can you join this platform, what will you find in it, and how can you interact on it. Okay, does anyone have any question, concern, or comment before we do that?
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Fadia. So I'm really happy for this collaboration with Ruben, who is a technical expert with a lot of experience in social solidarity economy, as well as learning platforms online in different countries. So it's really a pleasure and delight for me to be working with him. So Ruben, I will pass the floor to you now.
Yes, thank you, Cecile, and thank you to the rest of the team. For me, it's a pleasure to be here. I joined to the team a few months ago, and my role will be mainly, on the one hand, to be facilitating the WCoP, and on the other hand, I'm developing one of the e-learning courses of MedRiSSE. So I'm going to talk a bit fast because there is a lot to present in a short time. So first of all, I'm going to make sure that I can share my screen. Now, can you see my screen?
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. Okay, so first of all, let me say that the enhancement...
I'm sorry, Ruben. I'm really sorry. I forgot the translation. Sorry.
Oh.
Would you like to translate the introduction? Would you like me to repeat something, a summary of what I said so you can translate it?
No, I will just sum it up because there is no much time. طيب مجتمع اللي بنحكي عنه المنبر هو بيحاول يخلق منصة لمجتمع الممارسة. إذا بدكم أسهل في العربي بنسميها مجتمع الممارسين في حقل الاقتصاد التضامني. وهو بيحاول يشوف يخلق مسألة الشغف تجاه الاقتصاد التضامني. الاقتصاد التضامني قائم على فكرة توجيه الاقتصاد لأبعاد اجتماعية للمجتمع نفسها. طبعا هدف المنبر هو تعزيز التواصل والعمل المشترك بين الممارسين في الاقتصاد الاجتماعي. وروبن اللي معنا هلا هو خبير تقني في هذا المجال وطور مساق تعليمي افتراضي للمشروع. عن هذا المنبر.
أخ فراس في تشويش من عندك.
لا دكتور عماد، هو التشويش المشكلة عندنا إحنا، فينا مشكلة بالنت. Don't worry. Please complete, Mr. Firas.
Robin, the floor is yours.
Okay, I will try to stop from time to time for the translation. Okay, if I forget, please interrupt me. Okay. So, is it still my screen, right?
Yes, thank you.
So yeah, okay. I was saying that the enhancement that I'm going to present now, they come out from the co-creation process of the COP platform that has been going on for the last half of a year, and you will see that these enhancements are an attempt to respond to the needs and expectations that were detected in the previous meetings with different partners, which have now been implemented, and I'm going to present them now. I assume that all of you have the link of the WCoP. If done, you can see the link here.
I will post it on the chat also, Ruben.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so great. This is the main page that you will see. And on this page, you will see some highlights. But what we are interested in now is making a tour on the main menus, learn how to register, how to interact, etc. So let's start from the beginning. Let me move this. Yeah, no. Okay, let me log out. So many of you are probably already registered, but let's start by explaining it from the beginning for those of you who are not yet registered. So here in the top bar on the right-hand side, you have the button to register and login. By clicking there, you will see that if you, sorry, because it can go a bit slow, but yeah. By clicking there, you will see that you have the option to register or to log in if you already have an account. So yeah, if you have to register, well, I don't know if the translation, if you need to translate now, if I should continue.
Yes,
should I continue because I cannot see?
Yes,
okay.
please go ahead. Yes.
Okay. So by clicking there, you will see that if you already have a registered user, you can log in, and in case you don't, you click on register, enter the required information, and from here you will be able to access the site. You might first be automatically sent an email to the email address that you have entered with a user confirmation link. So one important thing here, make sure that you write your name and surname correctly, because if you take some course, like for example MedRiSSE, which offers you the possibility to obtain a certificate, this certificate will be automatically generated by the platform using your name and surname. So take it in consideration. So in my case, I already have an account, so I access here, I log in. So I have logged successfully. And now we can see. Shall I continue?
Yeah. Let me translate just. So المنصة فيها عدد الكبير من الأقسام على المشاريع، المجتمع، المساقات والمواد. وهون نحاول نوضح كيف موضوع الاشتراك وتفعيل العضوية. المعلومة طبعا كلنا بنعرفها، يمكن الأقل شيء صفحة هلا معتاد في حياتنا. المهم إنه يكون في اسم الشخص واسم العيلة صح، لأنه أي شهادة لاحقة تصدر من المنصة تحمل بشكل تلقائي، فبتاخذ الاسم كما هو، فسجلوا أسماءكم صح. Robin, continue.
Okay, thank you. So having seen how to register and login, now we are on the main, we should be in the main page. And let's look at the different ways to interact now. So to interact, in this bar, we have the button community. If you click on community, you will find one of the main features of the WCoP. Also, take in consideration that in addition to the community button, in this top bar, in this bottom bar, you also have some smaller icons. For example, this bottom is activity that leads you to the same page as community. So we click in community, and here you will find a space where everyone on the platform can write. Everybody in the platform can write, can share information, can ask questions, or whatever you need. No? As you can see, it's similar to the timeline of other social networks such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. So we have a space where we can write and send posts. We can also add, as you can see, you can write a post, and in the post you also can attach a photo, you can attach a document, and a little further down, we can see the publications of other users. So as you can see, some people who have joined to the group, mainly people who have joined to the group, because we don't have messages yet. But we can also interact with the publications of other users, for example, like giving a like of a publication, a post, or commenting on some posts. We can also share these posts on other social networks. As you can see, you click on share, and you can share this post on Facebook, on Twitter, LinkedIn, or WhatsApp. No? Do you want to go on in the translation?
Yes, I will do. طيب لما بعد ما دخلنا على المنصة، في هناك أكثر من عنوان بتكون على القائمة الرئيسية، منها المجتمع، وتحت المجتمع في مجموعة من العناوين الفرعية، بينها كمان المجموعات. طبعا في زي مكان للكتابه والنشر من اي عضو في المنصه، ممكن يكتب او يسال، وطبعا كله مربوط في السوشيال ميديا، الفيسبوك، التويتر. فكمان ممكن حدا كمان يعمل لايك او يشارك على هاي المنصات بشكل اساسي. وفي رح تلاقوا كمان في نفس المحل يعني مين دخل على المجموعه، مين دخل اعضاء، وفي اصدارات بشكل اساسي زي كانه تايم لاين او يعني خط زمني للاصدارات الموجوده. روبن جو.
Okay, thank you. So this is not the only way to interact. One second way, the second button on the bottom bar, you will see this button, this small icon that is groups. So if you click in groups, I have clicked, yeah. So now you will see all the possible groups to join. No, let's see, for example, the COP trainers, MedRiSSE, International Community of Practice. So as you can see, different groups that you can join. You have the option all groups, where we can see all the existing groups, or you can click on my groups, where you can see the groups you have already joined. In my case, I'm only on the MedRiSSE group. To join a group, let's go again to all groups. So to join a group, you just have to click on request access, and then you will have to wait for the moderator of the group to accept you. No?
Yes.
And on the other hand, yeah, as I told you, once you have been accepted, you will see on the page my groups, the groups you have already joined. No? So this is another way of interacting that is more focused on specific groups that share a specific project or that work on a specific team. So before go to the next option, maybe you can go on with the translation.
Yes. طيب هناك كمان تحت الكوميونتي، تحت المجتمع، في مجموعات جروبس، بيسكلي مجموعات اللي ممكن في يعني 6-7 مجموعات متخصصه او عامه حسب القضايا او حتى البلدان، وممكن لاي حدا ينضم للمجموعه، طبعا بحاجه لموافقه الميسر تبع المجموعه حتى تنضموا، وبكون نقاش اكثر متخصص في طبيعه عنوان المجموعه. Go ahead, Robin, please.
Okay, so we also have a third way of interacting, which is through direct messaging with other users using some kind of chat. No? We can do that in many ways. In this button of the bottom bar, members, you can see it here. So you go to this small icon of these members. If you go to members, we will see all the members registered on the platform. So you click on all members. Now there are currently 455. And now you will see all the members registered in the platform. And to use this third way of interacting by sending messages, for example, here we have Jose, and I can send a message directly to him. No, you will click here, and some window will open, and now you can send the message here. You write the message, whatever. You click send, and you send the message. But we can do it in many ways. So, for example, by clicking in members is one of the options, but we can also go on the community page. So in the main page that we have just seen, if you go to community, by clicking on a user to send him or her a message, for example, Cecile. So now I click on Cecile, and some page will open where again I can click in here. I can send a message to her. We also have some other options, like for example, if you go here in this small bar again, this small icon that is message. If you click on message and you go to this button that is view inbox, again you will have the option to send a message. Yeah, so here at the top we write who we want to send it to, and yeah, and here we write what we want to send and we send it. Yeah, I think if you want to go with the translations, so I can go to other page.
Yes. طيب هون طبعا بشرح عن خاصية الرسائل أو الشات، يعني بأكثر من طريقة كمان. فيك تروح على يعني قسم خاص بالأعضاء، في حوالي الآن أكثر من 460 عضو مسجل في المنبر، وممكن تختار أي عضو تشوف معلوماته أو معلوماتها وتسوي تشات أو رسائل مع هذا الشخص حول أي قضية، أو ممكن تروح على يعني على عنوان صفحة الشخص وتشارك معه أي رسائل بتخص النقاش اللي بيصير بينكم. روبن.
Okay. So in summary, we have mainly three ways of interaction. No, first, the community, where all members of the platform can share and interact with each other. Secondly, the groups that requires requesting access, and once inside, members interact in a specific space for that group. And third, you have the private messages, so chatting with one or several people through private messages. A brief comment on participation in these spaces. The idea is that, I don't know if I should wait for a second. Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for 1 second. A brief comment on participation. The idea is that these spaces are used to share information of interest to the WCoP. So let's say articles, courses, grants, job offers, resources, etc. So all kind of information, of course, as long as it's of interest of the COP. And another important thing that I always like to say is to be aware that it is a space for the interaction of hundreds of people. So to make it operational, let's try to be in our posts and our message. Let's try to be as specific as possible with our messages, because if when you enter to the platform, you find many messages and very long messages, this does not encourage participation. So yeah, let's share. But let's also practice synthesis. Okay. If you want to go with the translation, so I can go to other.
يعني حكى بشكل أساسي عن يعني، وهذا أعتقد مهم جدا في المنبر، إنه في هناك رح يكون في فرص، موارد، زمالات، منح في مجال الاقتصاد التضامني، وهذا كمان قضية للناس تستفيد منها بشكل أساسي. ونقطة أشار لها بشكل واضح إنه يكون في هناك كمان مشاركة لكن دون إفراط، حتى يكون في كثير من الرسائل أو كثير شات، حتى يكون كمان الشيء مركز وبخدم الهدف نفسه. روبن، go ahead.
Okay, I don't know if there are any doubts. I think maybe the doubts we can answer at the end.
I have a small question and request for you, Ruben, because we have different levels of knowledge of the platform here. Some people have seen it before, some people have not seen it before. So we are focused here in this phase, just to bring in perspective what we're doing. We're focusing on how people can people interact on the platform, which is what we're trying to foster, okay? The platform is also a place where there's a lot of knowledge that is being posted and shared. So maybe what we could do, I don't know if you would like to do that, Ruben, to go through just the basic tabs as if someone who has never seen the COP platform before, just see the subgrants, the projects, or would you like me to do it?
As you prefer, that was exactly what I was going to do now, but if you want to go on.
Okay, no problem. I'll let you go on to that. If you want me to extend on the wiki, just pass the floor to me when you get there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have already explained the community, so the place for the interaction. Now let's go to the next button that we have courses. By clicking in courses. So yeah, we also have the courses which can be accessed by clicking on the courses button. But also you can access on this small icon that you have here. So you can access by clicking in courses, or also here, it will lead you to the same page. And here you will find the main courses. So here we'll find the MedTOWN course, which I think has been available for quite some time now. And the MedRiSSE course, so MedRiSSE, as you know, replicable innovation of social and solidarity economy in the provision of services and creation of decent jobs in the post-COVID-19 crisis recovery. So this course, if you click there, you will see only the syllabus now. And this is a course that will be available soon. It's a course that will be composed by 5 different modules that you can see here. And as you can see, for example, if you click in the first one, you will see that you have some information, but as you can see, it's a course that will be available soon. So this is one of the options in the WCoP. Do you want to translate, or maybe?
Yes, thank you. طيب هناك في كثير من المعرفة المنتجة والمهتم مشاركتها على المنبر. بشكل أساسي في قسم خاص للكورسات أو المساقات اللي مقسمة تحت عنوانين رئيسيات لكل مشروع فيه له كورسات أو مساقات مختلفة. رح تلاقوا لها علاقة في موضوع السياسات الاجتماعية، محاربة الفقر، اللامساواة، المساواة الاجتماعية، سياسات التشغيل بعد جائحة كورونا. وفي بشكل أساسي نازل مساق من 5 أقسام، أكثر كمان موجود في مجال إنه تاخذوه عبر هذا المنصة. Go ahead, Robin.
Okay. Yeah, if we continue, we will see the bottom subgrants. I don't know if we click here, maybe Georgia, you want to add something in this part, because I don't have much information about this.
Yes, you can, for example, at the moment, if somebody goes to the subgrants section in the MedTOWN project, we already have launched some calls for the subgrants, that is funds that we give to local partnerships to develop co-production initiatives. So here, if somebody can, in this section, MedRiSSE has no subgrants, but maybe in future projects, we can have other subgrants, or we can share call of subgrants of other projects. This is a platform where somebody can disseminate subgrants for social solidarity economy actors or civil society organizations. For example, here we are on the MedTOWN subgrants, and if we go further down, we can choose one of the countries that are participating in the project. For example, now we have opened the subgrant call in Jordan. It's just finished, and you can click there on the country, and there you can see how you can apply and all the information about the evaluation and the selection of the project. So in the future, we will put more information on future opportunities from other projects that we may have to manage.
So, Georgia, my question is, how many languages there is in the platform?
Well, in the platform, when you are in the home page, you can choose the language. Here you can see. For the moment, we have Arabic, English, Spanish, Portuguese, and Greek. This is so you can have at least the menu, and the rest, the menu in the subsections. You can have them in the language that you prefer.
اوكي طيب راح يكون في هناك كمان زي ما تلاحظوا في زر للغات، في انجليزي، اسباني، برتغالي، يوناني وعربي. فممكن تغيير اللغه للمنبر. كنا نتعرض الان لقسم اخر في المنبر، علاقه في المنح الفرعيه، وهي المنح اللي بعطيها هذا المشروع لناس حتى ينتجوا يعني عمل مشروع صغير في له علاقة في الموضوع الاقتصاد التضامني والخدمات العامة بالأساس، وراح تلاقوا عند كل منحة في معايير التقدم لهي المنحة وطلب المنحة. وفي المستقبل راح يكون كمان في مشاركة لآخرين، يعني منح من جهات أخرى عدا المشروع MedRiSSE. Robin, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, and thank you also, Georgia, for the clarification. I forgot to mention, yeah, as you have already mentioned, that here on the top right you have the option to choose between 5 languages: English, Spanish, Portuguese, Greek, and Arabic. So I already have it in English. So thank you for adding this. What else? I think that are the main features. So we have already seen activity, we have seen groups, we have seen members, we have seen courses. Now you have also this small icon that is document.
If I may add here in the documents, for example, it is empty because we wanted to launch the sharing of knowledge and material after the event that we are having today, so that all the members that are in the platform, all the new members, will not miss this information. So the aim is to share it on the wall, on the community, and then upload it on the documents section. And of course, all this information then you can find it also on the wiki. That is the last the last part of the presentation of the platform.
You want to translate, or should I continue?
Continue.
Okay, so you also have so the main features have been explained except of the wiki, and you also have here in these small icons this small icon that shows us the notifications of all kinds, such as, for example, now if we have been accepted in a group that we have requested, or whatever, no? Yeah, and apart of this, the only thing, well, I also have this button, but you won't have it because it is only for uploading the courses and this stuff, but you will have a normal account, so you won't have this option. And that these are the main features. And we're only missing to explain the wiki, that maybe, Cecile, you prefer to explain it yourself?
Sure, no worries. Thank you, Ruben. If you want to click on it, the wiki is another place to share all the knowledge that all different partners and projects have accumulated. So it's accessible, as you could see, from one click from the main platform. And this is based on the same technology that maybe all of you know, Wikipedia. So we have chosen to develop this using the same software, which is open source. And there's some training available for this. So what we have done here is collect materials from a lot of partners and establish a structure to try and bring together the information from all different projects. So we have the main page here that you can see, and if you want to scroll down a little bit, that's the main page of the wiki. And here you can see this tree. If you can scroll down a little bit more, so we can see all wiki pages by category. So this is the list of all the different topics where the content is being categorized under. So if you stay here, we can see that here. Yeah, if you want to just stay on the tree, thank you, Ruben. We have categorized all the information by topics. So you have things like co-production, economic and social inclusion, social and solidarity economy, or social innovation. So if you're interested in one topic, you can go there and see what's available. If you're interested in a particular project, like for example, I want to know what's going on in More Than a Job, I can go and go straight to all the pages that are about More Than a Job. In the country, for example, if I'm located in Palestine, but I'm interested in seeing Has someone in Spain done something similar to what I'm trying to do? I can go by country and I can look for Spain. Or if I'm interested in, for example, all the policy briefs, because I need to write or consult a policy brief and I want to see what's been done, I can see by type of resources, which is another way of looking at the content. Or maybe I want to look at case studies and best practices. So that's also a category. So you can look at information by topic, by country, by project, or by type of resources. Okay, these are like the work that we have done is to try and collate all a system of classifying the content so that everybody is contributing. And in the way that contribute, we can facilitate that someone comes from the outside, they have one specific interest and they can access exactly what they're interested in. Okay, so that requires a little bit of work. If you can go back, for example, to about the wiki. Thank you, Ruben. We're doing this as a team effort. One is sharing and one is talking. So what we have done here is that we've classified the content and then we've trained some content contributors. So there's also some video recordings of the training session that we run to teach you to create a page and to edit a page. Anybody who has registered on the platform can edit the wiki. It's an open thing, so we have a history log and we can see who has changed what, and everything is safe, is secure. Okay, so here on this page that we're looking at right now, for example, there's information about the wiki. There's information about the handbook, if you want to scroll down a little bit on this page. Okay, so the wiki resources are the wiki handbook, which is like a large PDF document which has all the information about how to contribute to the wiki. That's for content contributors. Okay, and also we have training recording sessions. So we run 5 sessions to train people to contribute. Some of you have come to the session already and they've been able to contribute content and they're still doing it. So the recordings are available if you want to train yourself, okay, or train anyone in the future. And also we've put there some editing tips and a space with some examples of code to make things look different, okay? So that's kind of like an overview. I would invite you to go and click on the wiki yourself, see what's there, and contribute also, because that's also a way of making your work visible and available to others. So that's how we're sharing knowledge through this platform. So there's a lot to say here. I was summarizing it a lot because I'm conscious of the time. So we can open for questions and answers. Maybe we can stop sharing and make space for the translation and then move on to question and answers.
So see, before translation, I think the wiki is only in English, right?
The wiki in English?
The content that has been contributed right now has been contributed in English. However, the wiki has options for translation. And so we chose also this software because it allows for contributing in different languages, and that's the idea.
Okay, thank you. طيب يعني في القسم الأول تم العرض القسم الأخير من المنصة والمنبر اللي فيها كمان قسم مشاركة الوثائق حول يعني قضايا يخص المواضيع نفسها. وطبعا هاي نفس الوثائق ممكن مشاركتها كمعلومات على الويكي. في كمان منطقة للإشعارات. طبعا تم عرض في القسم الأخير اللي هو الويكي للمشروع اللي هو اوبن سورس، يعني مصدر مفتوح ممكن لأي حدا يساهم فيه وياخذ من المعلومات. طبعا الآن المواد بالإنجليزي، لكن ممكن يعني في خيار إضافي بلغات أخرى لاحقا. طبعا الويكي مقسم على أقسام وعناوين، وكذلك هو مصنف حسب فئات. إذا بدك تدور على دولة معينة، دول معينة، حسب عناوين معينة، قضايا معينة موجود. طبعا في هناك مادتين مفيدات، واحدة هي عبارة عن دليل كيف اللي ممكن واحد يساهم بالمحتوى على الويكي، والثاني في هناك جلسات تدريبية مسجلة 5 فيديوهات بتساعد الناس كيف هم يشاركوا للمحتوى على الويكي كمان نفسه، مع إضافة في هناك نصائح للإضافة. Okay, thank you, Cecile. Thank you, Robin, for the great presentation about the platform. So now we'll open the floor for comments, feedback, and questions. طيب الآن المجال مفتوح للأسئلة والملاحظات والأسئلة من أي طرف بأي لغة، إنجليزي أو عربي. إذا في أي حدا كمان بيساهم بالعربي أنا جاهز كمان أساعد أترجم. I just said if there is any question, Arabic or English, I'm ready also to translate. So now the floor is open for any comment or feedback or question. Actually, I have a question. You were like presenting the issue of like, I want to like chat with someone. But how, as an organization, can I utilize the platform to create a network, like, or to create a partnership, like, aside of the current sub grants, which is available or not available, you know, regardless, you know. So I want to contact someone in Greece, for instance, and create a partnership around one topic. How can I do it? How can I gain the information about the organization and whom to contact?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking, because that's exactly why the platform is there. So in the different groups, if you go to the part where it says community, you have different groups there. So you have some groups that are by country, and you also have some groups that are by project. So for example, the MedRiSSE project has got a group. So if you join that group, you can see what content is there. If you are interested about one particular country, we have some groups that are by country. But another way that I would do, if I'm looking, for example, for someone who is doing something in Greece, I would go to the main wall, the main activity wall, and post the question there, because the question is visible to everybody. So everybody who is registered on the platform will see your message, and then someone can say, oh, my friend here, Georgia, is from Greece. So I can tag Georgia and say, hey, Georgia, do you have any information? Because you're Greek. And he's asking about Greece. So that would be a great example of how we can interact and build a network.
Okay, thank you, Cecile. I'll translate now. أنا سألت سؤال كيف ممكن حدا يستخدم المنبر أو منصة للتشبيك إذا خصوصا إذا كان مؤسسة بحاجة لفتح تعاون أو حتى شراكة في إطار مشروع وحاب يعرف معلومات عن المؤسسة في دولة ما زي لبنان مثلا. وكان الجواب إنه في مجموعات حسب الدول أو حسب المشاريع اللي ممكن تساعدنا في إنه تواصل مع جهة ما أو مؤسسة ما جوا المنبر. والطريقة الأسهل إنه نحط السؤال على الجدار الرئيسي على الحيطة زي ما بنحكيها بالفلسطيني، ونحط سؤال حول اهتمامنا، وبالتالي بيكون في هناك مشاركة بإنه يدلونا وين الخيار الأحسن أو الأفضل في هذا الموضوع. Okay, thank you again, Cecile. If anyone else has a question, feedback, comment. Yes, Georgia, go ahead. Georgia and then Manar. Georgia, yes.
Yes, so to answer to your question, one way, for me also, one way is to go to the wall and make the question. Another way is if you go to the members on the platform, there is a search tool where you can search, can you, Ruben, can you share your screen, please? Or I can share mine, whatever. So in the platform, if we go to the platform, and if we go to members, yeah.
It's in process.
Yes. So there you can, on the filter results per name or per country. You see on the right side of your screen, Ruben? There, yes. So there, if you, in the country, if you text Greece, for example, the platform will show you the members that are registered from Greece. So this is another way that you can find. So here you can see that there are 9, and you can ask some of these members Then if you go to a profile, you can ask, you can request on the bottom of the human with the here, connect. You can ask to connect, for example. So this is another way. Also, the groups that we already use in that platform, the majority of them, they are private, for private use, and they are, for example, the group of MedRiSSE for the moment is a private internal group between the partners of the project. So there are groups that are private and there are groups that are public. But for the moment, what we use as public is the wall that we have on the community. That there we can have exactly there we can share knowledge that is for everybody.
Thank you, Georgia, for the answer. I will translate. طبعا يعني بالاخير ذكرت في مجموعات، في نوعين مجموعات مفتوحه ومجموعات خاصه. الان في بس مجموعه واحده، يعني في مجموعه مفتوحه اللي هي المجموعه العامه. في طريقه اخرى للتشبيك والتبادل الشراكات هي عبر البحث في منطقه الاعضاء. في طبعا خيار البحث حسب الدوله وحسب الاسم، وبين معك مثلا من اعضاء من دوله محدده زي اليونان، وبالتالي ممكن يكون في تواصل مع احد الاعضاء او اكثر من عضو من هذه الدوله لفتح مجال نقاش حول الشراكه او حول التعاون. منار, floor is yours.
Thank you, Firas. Hello, everyone. I don't know if you have addressed this, but I would like to know, how do you deal with individuals? I mean, if we have a freelance for research who's not belonging or is not registered with any research center, institutions, or organization, would it be possible to, for example, to network with other individuals or maybe with other institutions if they have a certain project? And would it be possible also to search for fund opportunities to support this project? Thank you. أحكي بالعربي فراس أو أنت بتترجم؟
No. أوكي. طيب سؤال منار، إذا كان في شخص باحث أو حتى خبير مستقل كيف ممكن يستفيد من هذا المشروع؟ كيف ممكن يكون في فتح لفرص لتمويل مشروع بحثي أو حتى شراكة مع أفراد أو مؤسسات؟ هل المنبر أو منصة بعطوا هذا المجال؟ Okay, who would like to answer? Georgia, Cecile?
I can answer, and Cecile,
Yes.
if she can complement if I don't answer completely. So individuals can, of course, they can be registered users in the platform and have access to all the material and interact as well. This is actually our main target also to citizens. It's not necessarily that you represent an institution. And then as regards the funding opportunities, if there are any funding opportunities for the moment, you can reach them on the sub-grants. But in few months, we will have also a crowdfunding session or a bank of ideas that we are developing in line with the MedRiSSE Co-Production Lab. And maybe there you can find also some other funding opportunities. Now, some of these opportunities may be directed only to individuals and some to institutions. It depends on what opportunities are open and what opportunities are part of our lab. I mean, it is also in your hands to use this platform as this dissemination tool of opportunities that can be of the interest of the other members of the platform.
Okay, thank you, Georgia. I will translate. طبعا أفراد ممكن يسجلوا ويشتركوا في المنبر ويستفيدوا منه، هو مفتوح للأفراد زي المؤسسات. طبعا فرص التمويل راح يكون في هناك كمان إمكانية لمشاركة فرص تمويل سواء كان للفرد أو الجماعي. هذا بيكون حسب معايير كل منحة أو منحة فرعية، وبالتالي إذا كان حدا مهتم فممكن يستفيد من المنحة هاي. طبعا المنصة أو المنبر كمان ممكن يكون محل واحد يطلب فيه كمان دعم أو يطلب شراكة كمان، فبكون في مؤسسات إذا معنية في الموضوع أو القضية ممكن يكون في توجه لهذا الشخص أو هذا الباحث أو هذا الباحث. Okay, any other questions or feedback? Samah, do you have or your students any kind of question or feedback?
No, actually, they are going to visit the website and try to look at it, and then maybe later on they will come up with some question after exercising going into the web page.
Okay, great. Thank you, Samah.
Okay, thank you, Firas. Thank you, Georgia. And
So my comment or a question or some kind of question is related to the best practices. Like I now reviewed the website. If there is any kind of plan to have a like specific bottom for best practices, like I would say how to implement solidarity project, how to implement I don't know, decent work project, what kind of things you need to do or not to do, you know. Is there other than the videos, documents, and the content, some kind of best practices which is very well articulated?
If I may add
Yes.
here, so we are still uploading material in the platform. So there is some material, but there are more material that we need to upload. For example, me personally, I have 5 best practices or case studies from a study of the MedTOWN project that I want to share, but I didn't have time so far to upload it on the platform. And of course, for the MedRiSSE project, we already have 5 good practices identified that they are connected with the roadmap. So we will create also a route there that will direct you to the roadmap of the best practices of the MedRiSSE project. So you need to visit in the future, because we just started to upload material, but it's not everything there. And of course, if you have also a good practice by reading the manual, you may also upload your good practice.
Okay, thank you, جورجيا. طيب كان سؤالي حول الموضوع هل في تخطيط لوضع قسم أو عنوان لأفضل الممارسات في مجال الاقتصاد التضامني والاجتماعي، سواء على مستوى ماذا تفعل أو ماذا لا تفعل. كان الرد إنه لسه في هناك مواد بحاجة للتحميل والرفع على المنصة أو المنبر، وفي هناك 5 يعني ممارسات ناجحة أو 5 دراسات حالة عند في المشروع يتم تحميلها. اكثر يمكن فحص الموضوع عند الخرائط الطريق، يعني هي اسم الرود ماب، مع انه احنا مش اسم مفضل فلسطينيا، بس خلينا نتعامل مع انه هو طريق لافضل النجاحات في مجال الاقتصاد التضامني، وبالتالي راح يكون في تحميل بالمستقبل هاي القضايا ممكن فحصها من هذا الموضوع. So I think we are way passing time.
Yes.
But before we close, if we can, I'm sorry, before we close, something very important. Please be connected to the platform, and I will ask also An-Najah University that has your emails to give them the right to contact with you when we are going to launch at the end of March a webinar with regards to the 5 replication roadmaps of the best practices that we identified from the 5 projects. So that would be interesting for you.
Yes.
That you have an interest in that to follow.
Yes. Thank you, Georgia. Okay, I will give the floor now to Dr. Imad and Mr. Firas to summarize and to close this webinar. Thank you.
اوكي ثانك يو فادية. طيب راح يكون في استخدام للناس الموجودين اذا مهتمين لاحقا تشاركوا في المنبر او منصه، ممكن كمان نرسلكم ايميلات بس كمان يعني للتوضيح من طرف المنظمين. يعني انا اعتقد انه المنبر هو كمان فرصه جيده للواحد للتعلم من تجارب الدول الاخرى، تحديدا الدول اللي فيها اكثر تطور في الاقتصاد التضامني، تحديدا في الدول الاوروبيه وتونس تحديدا كمان اكثر من الاردن وفلسطين، في اسبانيا، في تونس، في اليونان، في هناك تجارب ناجحه في مجال التعاونيات، الاقتصاد الاجتماعي، مشاريع مديريه الدخل. ممكن هاي تناقشت في الويبينارات السابقه. بتخيل هذا المنصة راح تكون فرصة جيدة للتعلم وتطوير كمان هذا النوع من الاقتصاد لاحقا. So thank you all. I think that this kind of platform is a good opportunity to learn from other countries, because we didn't say the mess about the cross-cutting learning process due to this platform. So I think like in countries like Greece, Spain, and even Tunisia, they are very well advanced.
And Jordan, yes.
Yeah, very well advanced in the issue of social solidarity, more than Palestine and Jordan. So we can also learn from each other about how to build a stronger and more resilient social solidarity economy in our countries to better serve the people. Thank you all, Cecile, Robin, Georgia, Fadia, Ahmed, and Samah for this webinar, and thank you all for your time and participation in this webinar. It was very interesting to hear about the platform, and hope to visit and use it more in the future. Thank you all for your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
See you all there in the platform.
Shukran.
Stay in touch.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.